mean, hello, hello, hello. We're back again. We're back again. I don't know what's happened. I'm going to stream. I will stay for maybe an hour or two. Something is definitely wrong. I don't know what it is. The system was working fine. Everything was fine. I checked it all. I've used it a few days ago. In fact, I did some streaming day before. But I don't know what has happened. I hope you can hear me. I'm just checking to see if you can hear me, if you can see me. I did over the weekend. There was a long stream, 4 or 5 hours long. So there was nothing wrong. So there's nothing to presuppose what is happening now. I want to first of all apologize for the break in the transmission. And I want to try and hopefully this will stabilize somewhat. What we will do is carry on. But let's play this song. Let's play How Long. The most important thing in all of this song is very, very important for you to listen to. If you're listening to it, it's called How Long, world exclusive from Citizen AY. It's a song that I try and play, you hear it in the background, but I actually want to play it here now because we're approaching the countdown. I'll give you the countdown. I think we are 30 days into the fraudulent 1999 constitution now. So it's 25 days, in fact. We're 25 days into it. It's 30th of January, So 25 or 26 days. So how long will I go to suffer? Watch this song and share it. Here we go. We're ready.
Citizen AY. My people, I throw it salute. Hey, hey. Make it hear. Determination. How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man. Now he put that constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Na military man come tell you na say una get constitution. No be lie. Na lie, oh, na fake, na fraud, oh. That constitution. Now him then they claim close to na high, oh. Make una wake up. Make una wake up, oh. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? Or Peter Obi no be the solution. Now the solution, now it be the solution. Make una wake up, make una wake up, time down now. Bagam, be Yoruba man, you be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination now your right you. How long? How long? How long? How long una go dey suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long una go dey suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long una go dey suffer? How long? Oh, how long? How long? How long una go dey suffer? Yoruba land na your land yo. Middle belt na your land yo. Hausa land na your land yo. Biafra land na your land yo. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. La 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 oh.
Good afternoon and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Part of what we like to do on the platform is we use many ways to, in a way, entertain, to laugh a little bit about it, but also sing. I'm a singer. And what I do is I thought there is nothing wrong in using my talents to try to get the message home. The one clear message we have here, as you all know, Citizen AY is a platform where we speak truth to power. As you're watching this broadcast, I'd really urge you can do us a huge favor. Go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us to share it to as many people as possible. The more people we share it to, the better the reach, the more we can get people to, key into the message of the song. It is really, really important that people begin to understand how serious the situation that we're in. I don't believe in one of those people who will just tell you something for the sake of telling you, for you to just, take unnecessary action that would actually not ultimately benefit you. What we want to do when on this platform at all times, is to empower you with the knowledge you need for you to be able to make important decisions. The election is fast approaching. It's fast approaching. Let me see if I've got the date thing there, because I have a counter, and then we will then go into this discussion proper. But sometimes it is good to know these things. It's good to be aware of what is being done and why, it is of immense importance that all of us really sit up and take note of what is going on and how it's going to impact us, and what we should be doing to protect ourselves, to make sure that our people are aware. We need our people to know that that constitution is a fraud. It is without a doubt a fraud that has been imposed on you and I, and is actually imposing injustice upon you and I. And we're suffering the effects till as we speak right now. Many of us who are abroad, we are having to do that because there is no other choice for us to try and survive than to be outside. Let me show you what I'm saying to you now. I'll show you something quickly. Let's bring this here. I will bring that program and we'll play it. So the reason I'm saying this, we are 25 days. Today is the 30th of January. 30th of January 2023. We are 25 days, exactly 25 days away from the fraudulent 1999 Constitution. And as we speak, if you're watching this broadcast and you haven't shared it, please, I ask you to go ahead and share. Share to family and friends. This is of immense importance. We need our people to really key into what is going on and not allow ourselves to be distracted by anything else. Please, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed to Citizen AY, go ahead and do so now. I urge you, go ahead and do so. You really will be helping us in getting that information out there. I know that things are not going in the right direction as we want for our nation, but we can do this. Please, also, we encourage you, if you're watching, as you're watching us, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Don't, no, keep, okay. So let us continue to enlighten our people with as much information as possible. I know I've been having some sort of technical problem today. Normally this would also simultaneously be shown on Facebook. Of late, of recent, I've been able to do that, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Somehow, I don't think. In fact, I'm going to close it down. I don't want to take a chance. What I will do is I'll restream it later on Facebook later. But what I would like us all to do, those of you watching, thank you very much for joining. You're watching Citizen Awa, the platform where we speak truth to power. Earlier on, we played this song. The theme song for the platform is How Long? How long will I go to suffer? And it's asking us a question. For how long are we going to be suffering? Many of you will recall when Obasanjo said to us, oh, like Nigeria, 1986 is the last year. It's the deadline year for us to have electricity. Many governments have come since then. Down to 2015, but Emiloko said, yes, we would have electricity within 6 months. This is, we can't keep buying lies. We cannot keep accepting the lies from these people. And this is why we're coming to talk about this. We have exactly 25 days, 14 hours, 18 minutes, and 53 seconds, and counting down all the time to the next fraudulent 1999 elections, 2023 elections. It's a fraud. Let's not kid ourselves. It is a fraud. It's a fraud that's been perfected on us, and we need to really speak up about it. We must speak up about it collectively, because what is being done here is so unjust and so unfair that we are having to accept that injustice, and it is impacting our lives collectively. And I say that without any equivocation or anything. I'm very, very clear about that. What has been done here is to basically silence all of us. And please, if you're watching this broadcast, maybe now, maybe later on, please do share this broadcast. Let it reach as many people as possible. I do apologize for the breaking transmission earlier on. I kept trying to build it, and for some reason, it was just breaking. And sometimes these things can be helped. So now let's go and look at one of the topics we'll be touching. There'll be a number of things we might touch today. But I'm telling you that right now, the elections that we are being told to go and vote in, those elections, they are meaningless, because right there in your local government area, every single local government area, bar none, all the 776 local government areas, you will not be able to hold any of the officials to account for lack of performance of duties or the promises they made to you. If they make any promises to you before this election, you will not be able to hold them to account. Do you know why? Because they have no autonomy in the 1999 Constitution. The local government areas have no autonomy. Indeed, they are not enshrined within the 1999 Constitution. Now, as we all know, local government should be the foundation. Local government should be the foundation for every democracy. The local government should be the foundation for every economy. But as it stands, the local government is nothing more than an outpost. Local government is nothing more than an outpost from which the federal government exploit, extort, kill, and without any protection from the politicians. The local government is without any protection from the politicians who are exploiting the local people and leaving them to die in penury. That is the reality. I'm saying this again. Please, those of you who watch me, I will tie this into what I'm bringing later on, but I wanted to just see what I'm talking about here. We're going to go here again. I keep doing this because I want to bring it to our attention. And if it takes 100 times for me to do this, then so be it. We will do it. But what I want to do, as you saw up there, we have a proposed constitution for Yoruba Nation. I've gone through that before. We can go through that again another time. But this is what we're talking about. Everybody telling you to vote in elections now. I'm afraid to say this. Everybody telling you to vote in elections now. They know this fact, but they don't want to deal with it. And every time you vote before vote in this election, this fraudulent 4-year elections, you are voting for the continuation of the oppression of the people. You are voting for the continuation of the oppression of local government areas and the people within those local government areas. So this is just so unjust. There is severe injustice, impoverishment, enslavement, loss of needless loss of lives, because the federal government is running a constitution that we the people did not sign up to this constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, as you're coming in, please don't forget, go and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow this platform. We really need your support. We need to grow this platform. If you're watching, help us share. It's really, really important, because what we're talking about here, I'm going to show you basically the local government areas. You see, you have the look, just even look. You have state executive bodies, federal executive body, functions of a local council, but there is no constitutional, they have no autonomy. Let's go and look at the constitutional functions of a local government. Let's look at that. You see, they didn't even, you see that? They just said functions. Can you see that? You see? Can you see that? Look at that. You would expect that you would have within the constitution, and that's what I'm saying. This is all trickery. I'm showing you. 4th schedule, functions of a local government council. Can you see that? But when you click on it, what happens? It takes you out of the very thing that you need. It takes you out of the constitution. What that means is that there is no constitutional powers conferred upon the local government areas. None. And that means that when you vote in any election for a local government official, you cannot hold him to account. I will keep saying this. 25 days before the elections, you cannot hold any of the government officials to account. Please, this is very important for people who are watching this. And every single party, every party that is in these elections, they know this fact. They know this fact. Let me go further, because I really want to make sure that we understand this. Those of you who are going to vote, it is clear that a lot of people are going to vote in these elections. A lot of people are pinning their hopes. A lot of people are pinning their hopes on Peter Obi. The question I have for them is this. How will Peter Obi help them when the very constitution that he's going to actually be voted, that we used to vote on him, does not confer powers or responsibilities to the local government areas? How will that help? Of what use will you voting in this election be for your local government area? Never mind the federal government, never mind the state. In your own local area, you watching me, in your local government area, there is no constitutional power, zero. There is no local government autonomy. The money that is paid to local government goes via the state, and the state can sit on that money, and that means that there will be no development in local government areas. And that is what everybody's suffering. You can go and confirm what I'm saying. Let's go and read a bit more. Section 7B. Let me go into Section 7B. You see, the system of local government, democratically elected local government councils, is under this constitution guaranteed. Accordingly, the government of every state shall, subject to Section 8 of this constitution, ensure the existence under law, a law which provides for the establishment and structure, composition, finance of such councils. You see? State government councils. So now, it's a system of local government. So they're saying that they would, by law, they should do that. But that means that is not the same thing as there being a law. They said the state should ensure. There is nowhere, just like you're looking at the state laws here. If you go above here, the state constitutional powers conferred on the state by virtue of them being mentioned in this constitution. So let's go and look at that a little bit more. So let me see if I can find this for you. I don't want to look at, okay. Subject to provisions of this constitution. So let me give you an example of what I mean. This is where the constitution, the state has power within the constitution. They're written in now. Now watch this. Please, if you're watching the share, let us read, for example, what it says about the state, the governors. It says here, subject to the provisions of this constitution, the executive powers of a state shall be vested in the governor of that state and may be subject to aforesaid and provisions and to the provisions of any law made by House of Assembly be exercised by him either directly or through the deputy governor and commissioners and the government of that state or officers in the public service of the state. B, 2B, 52B, shall be extended to the execution and maintenance of this constitution, all laws made by the House of Assembly of the state, and to all matters with respect to which the House of Assembly has for the time being powers to make law. The executive powers vested in the state under the subsection 2 of this section shall be so exercised as not to impede or prejudice the exercise of executive powers of the Federation, endanger any asset or investment of the government of the Federation in that state, or C, endanger the continuance of a federal government in Nigeria. Notwithstanding the foregoing provision of this section, the President shall not declare a state of war between the Federation and any country except with sanction of a resolution on both houses of National Assembly in the joint session. So that goes you. I'm just giving you context. So I'm showing you now. So what do I mean? Let us go and look at that. I will come and talk about the main issue which brought me on. But let us go and look at this issue. What I would expect to see is something like this. What I would expect to see is something like this. Let me show you. So now, so here you should be seeing something like this. Subject to the provisions of the Constitution, the executive powers of a local council shall be vested in the local authority head of that council and may be subject to, can you see I'm changing it? Instead of him being governor now, there will be a section within the Constitution that will actually talk about the local councillors, the local authority head having powers. That is not the case. That's what I'm trying to show you. So let's go now back to 7B. So let me go and show you 7B. So let me show you 7B. Please do share this broadcast. Clearly, there's one or two things that have not been working fine, but I will stream it again on Facebook if time permits, and other platforms, of course. I will try and do so. But what I want to do above all is to get this working. So let's go and look at 7B now. 7.6B. So it says, subject to the provisions of this Constitution, the House of Assembly of a state shall make provisions for a statutory allocation of public funds, public revenue to local government councils within the state. So they've left the powers in the hands of the state, in effect. That means that the state can decide not to hand the funds or to create any of these functioning bodies in the local government areas. So please tell me, how will the lack of provision for local councils and their budget, how will that improve your lives? How will it improve your lives? So I want people to really look at and listen to this and think about that. So I'll come back to that. Now let's go and look at the main topic now, because I wanted to just touch on that because it's really, really important. Now let's do this. So I'm going to show you now. So now I'm just showing you one or two more things. So now today or the other day, Emefiele, he actually extended he extended it by a week, I think, to something, I don't know, to sometime somewhere in February or something. I can't remember. So what happened then is that they decided to extend the deadline for the naira exchange so they didn't agree with what Emefiele, the Central Bank of Nigeria, did. So they hurriedly passed a new rubber stamp law to extend it. Well, there was only one problem. How many months do we have? How many months do we have in June? 30 days of September, April, June, and November. All the rest, except February, has 31 days. Yeah, something like that. You know that rhyme? You may not remember it. But what I'm saying is that there is no 31 days in June. There is no 31 days in June. Please do share this broadcast as you're getting it. We really need your support. Help us reach more people. I will share it as far as I can here. The system and my the phone is sort of playing about. But, you know, we will do what we can. What we're trying to do is to give as much as, you know. You can hear how long at the background. That's because it reminds us that how long are we going to go to suffer. And we need to try and make sure that our people understand what that means. You know, it really is important. It is very important that we, the people, begin to understand what is going on and how this is impacting us and what steps we need to take to actually stop this thing from, you know, from continuing in the manner it is in continuing, you know. So the question where that song is asking how long, but it now ties into this question now. So they hurriedly passed a law. Let me show you the video and you can give me a context on it so we can talk about it for a while. Not quite sure how long, but we will, you know, we can do that for, but we will try and do what we can. So what we'll do is sorry about that. Let me just get that back. Okay, sorry, I was a little bit distracted there. Now, I'm going to show you the thing, and you'll hear it. So now, now let's hear it now. Let's hear what they have to say.
31st January to 31st June 2023. The majority of our people live in rural areas.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
31st January to 31st June 2023.
31st June 2023. Now, please look at this. Oh, please look at this. That's the calendar for 2021, but there is no 2023. There's no 31st June 2023, like they stated. There isn't. There is no 31st June 2023. And that is very important for us to understand. That is really, really important to understand. There is no 31st June 2023. There isn't. And that is what is really shocking in all of this. That people could actually, you know, Senate asked CBN to extend deadline to June 31st. There's no 31st of June. And the reason I'm bringing this up is that when your so-called legislators do not even know that, can you trust anything that they're saying? Can you trust anything that these people are saying? Can you trust it? Can we trust it? That's the question that I'm posing before us all here. Can we trust what they're saying? Hey, Emi, my brother. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. So it is really, you know, it is really sad that that our people are somewhat just trying to, you know, they're lying to us. Let us now watch that video completely now. So you see now it said 31st of June, and there's only 30 days. And if they are making elementary mistakes like this, you know, oversights like this, what does that say about you know? Can you trust anything they're saying? Watch now. So let's watch the whole thing.
The majority of our people live in rural areas where there are no banks and there are no even POS. So it is appropriate to extend the time as suggested in the motion.
From 31st January to June 31st, 2023, say aye. Those against any, the ayes have it.
Let me go back again.
January to June 31st, 2023, say aye.
Time as suggested in the motion.
From 31st January to June 31st, 2023, say aye. Those against any, the ayes have it.
31st of January, 31st of June 2023. There's no 31st, it's only 30 days. Now you might think it's a small thing, it's a small matter. Oh, it's a minor detail. It isn't. There's something that I don't want you to be aware of. Egmont Frank Bello, I hope you will permit me. There's a video that he shared, a picture that he shared. I want to share that picture with people. And that picture, it talks about a honorable member, could not take the cash to the banks as 31st of January deadline approaches. So he decided to share the loot to his constituents up north in Ajegoro land. Let me. I think I'm going to give you the real picture. 1 second. I just want to show you. So when they're talking about these are 1 second, please. Let me do that. Okay, so now, yeah. So I just want us all to see that, because it is really sad. Egmont Frank Bello spoke about it, and I just wanted to put it on here. I might not show it because I'm going off time. But in Ajegoro land, a honorable decided, oh, I'm going to lose the money, So let me just put it up if I can find it. So let me just give me a second. The deadline. So let me just get that out actually, because that's quite shocking. And you know something about it? The man is not even been arrested. He's not been arrested. He's not been arrested. Nothing has happened to him. Nothing. The man, apparently, according to the picture, I'll see if I can find that picture. According to the man, from what I hear, the man is honorable from Ajegoro land. Instead of, these guys, he needs to explain to us where he got the money from. But he started giving it to all the community. Now, yes, they'll say, oh, that's good. But instead of, is that what is needed? Isn't it infrastructure we need, instead of handing out the money of the nation willy-nilly? So he's some kind of a gift man or something or whatever. I don't even have the word for it. I might share that picture later on. I'm gonna go do a bit more digging on that video and the picture, because I want to find the name of that person, the honorable. You know what? Let me see. House of Rep. So House of Rep member for Ajegoro land. Ajegoro land. Ajegoro land. Let's find out his name. I want to find that name out. See if I can find it. So, Ajegoro land. No, it's not gonna let me do it. I was trying to find that name. Let me see. Ajegoro land. Okay, I will find it. I will find it anyway. I'm gonna do everything I can to find that name. But what I'm really quite sad about is that this is something that's happening in front of us, and many of us are not really keen into what's going on. There is this this attitude that we have, like, okay, I'm not, nothing can happen, nothing's going to change, and that is really sad. That is really, really sad. Ladies and gentlemen, please, as you're watching this broadcast, please do take the opportunity and take the minute and share and like the page. Give us a like, give us a comment, help us grow the platform, because the things we're talking about here, they matter a lot. Let's watch this from its entirety. The entire Senate could not work out that there is no such days as June 31st. 30 days are September, April, June, and November. You see? All the rest has 31. Yeah? Except February, which is 29 28 days and 29 days on a leap year. I mean, this is something that a basic thing you should be asking. Hang on. I mean, of course, we know that many of those things. Anyway, that's another question. But how do you feel about this? What are your thoughts about this? What does this make you feel like when you see your let me play it again. Let me play again.
31st January to 31st June 2023.
The majority of our people live in rural areas where there are no banks and there are no even POS. So it is appropriate to extend the time as suggested in the motion.
From 31st January to June 31st, 2023. Say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
And these are the same guys who have stashed away our money. They've stashed away our money, and nothing has been done to confront these people. And it is so sad. I feel really quite disappointed that these people, there are no questions. For example, when the man was rushing and giving money, that is the money that could be used to fix your electricity. And again, it goes your electricity, your water, your light, your schools, your bridges. All of these are things that are impacting us all. So yeah, I'm just trying to get everything running as much as I can. Let's just do one or two more things. Yeah, please do take the minute to like, comment, and share on Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I know there's the Yoruba Nation thing is really dragging things somewhat, but we endeavored on this platform to always speak truth to power, to bring things that are important to your knowledge, so that we can at least be able to make a collective decision. There is no one person that can save Yoruba Nation. And one thing I wanted to add, I want to add something. I will come back and talk about the Yoruba Nation issue a bit more. But what I want us to really understand is this. The people who are in government now, they don't care about your people. I mean, they don't care about the citizens. They don't care. All they want is ways which they can exploit a loophole to impoverish their own people, the people they are meant to serve. They don't have the interests of Nigerians at heart. Nigeria is not for Nigerians, it's for the colonials. I said, Nigeria has never been for Nigerians, it has always been for the colonials. Now we have the local colonials and we have the external colonials. The two of them are working together to oppress we, the indigenous people. And it is time that we wake up. We have the only option we have. Election will not change our current situation. On the 26th of February, they will not build the roads in your constituency, because the constituencies local government areas don't have powers. Local government areas have they are not autonomous. There is no budget that they are entitled, that they are mandated to hold as laid down in that constitution, because there is no powers conferred upon the local government authorities. The powers only goes as far as the state government, and they don't want that to change. Please help us share this information. Many people are oblivious to what we are saying here, and that is such a critical thing. The people who are telling you to go and vote, they are not telling you what we are saying now. That what you're being told to vote for it's sheer. I mean, it's incredible. It is incredible what they're asking you to vote for. They're telling you to vote for something that is actually going to impoverish you. And we cannot just continue to go forward in that manner, in that vein, and go, yes, we will vote. And this thing is the very thing that's actually impoverishing us. We've often wondered, why is it that we haven't got good roads in our local government areas? Well, we now know. Because they have no what? They have no constitutional powers. They have no constitutional powers. And until we really grasp that point and really make sure that our people understand quite how bad that is, and that is why you could not have anything that will be achieved in local government areas. So I'm trying to share this as I speak to you, because this is, I believe, something that we should really share to as many people as possible. Share it far and wide. Get as many people to be talking about this. Because the election that they're telling us is only 25 days away. Let me show you what I'm saying. On after the election date, you will come and say you will say, a Citizen AY said this. You will say it. I'm going to leave the screen with the number of days running. I want to leave that because many of us do not understand that what has happened is simply it's simply incredible. They have written a constitution. Those who are telling us to believe in that fraudulent 1999 constitution wrote a constitution that did not confer constitutional powers, to local government areas. They didn't. And what that has meant is that many of our local government areas are underdeveloped because there is no one we can hold accountable. And yet here they are talking about the busy trying to extend the deadline for something that will benefit them, obviously, clearly. I'm talking, of course, about the I'm talking about, of course, the Central Bank of Nigeria. And as we said, many of them, honorable for the Ajegoro area, he started handing out money to local government areas in the north because the money was going to expire. He didn't want it to waste. He didn't want to lose the money, so he started handing it out. And now they've now gone and said, no, extend it by 6 months. I mean, what is going on? On the 26th of February, you will wake up in the cold sweat because you will realize that you've made a mistake yet again, because the constitution will not change. It will not change. It will simply mean that those who have tricked you into voting, once after the elections, please bear in mind, after the elections, you will not see any of the honorables. You won't see any of the senators. You will not see any of them because they want you to vote in an election that is fraudulent. And they will not fix your road. They will not fix your light. They will not fix your schools. They will not fix, the things that you need. They won't fix it. They will not fix it. And that is the reality of what we face. So I really urge us to really look at this thing and begin to understand quite how bad this is. We need to understand that they have deliberately impoverished us in our own land. And they look the other way. As soon as the election is finished, you won't see them. You won't see them. And because there's no constitutional powers for you to hold them to account, that's for another 4 years. That's for another 4 years. When it is the best thing for us to do right now is to demand for a referendum. To demand for a referendum. Work assiduously for a referendum, because nothing else can solve this. You can appoint all of the House of Reps, senators. You can appoint all of those who you like. There are 3 arms of law: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. So they are going to be working on the central government. They don't have powers in the local area. There's about, if you look at the House of Reps and Senate, they're about setting up laws. They're not about building your roads. They will set up laws to allow for the building of roads, but they can't get involved in that process because that's not their role. They can question things, yes, but that's not their role. The role of the local government council has been left blank. Nobody can. Who do you go and hold to account? Within the constitution, there's nothing that tells you this is a person you should go to, to deal with your local government affairs. Nobody. It's not said. They left it to the states to do. Very vague. The constitution is vague when it comes to the autonomy of extremely vague, the autonomy of the local government authorities. And I wanted to just bring this to your attention because this is so terribly unjust that I don't even have words even fail me to, words fail me, words literally fail me to begin to explain, what has been done here. And when we talk to people, people don't seem to understand the enormity of what we're saying. They seem to think, oh, it's nothing. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, well, we will get to it. Well, this is not going to go off. This is not going to go like that. Because after the elections, then the hangover will start. And that's why we said it. After the elections, we in Yoruba Nation, in Biafra and Middle Belt, we will all be patiently waiting. We will all be patiently waiting for you guys. We will be waiting. We will be waiting for you guys to, to come and realize that what we've been telling you all along is actually what is happening. And of course, a lot of people will come and they will say, people will come and say, yeah, we didn't know that. But we did tell you. We did tell you. We did. We endeavored to tell as many people as possible that this is the likely situation we face. The date is due. Exactly 25 days. 25 days. And I'm telling you, after the day after you vote on the 25th of February 2023, the day after, you will be no clearer who you can talk to about your refuse. You will be no clearer. You will have no clearer picture, because there is nothing within the Constitution that tells you, that drills it down to the local government area. Look, somebody can write a good report. They can write a local government council. Let me show you what I mean. Let me just put that down. So let me put this down. Let me just do this now. So let's see. So now let's go and look at that now. Let's see what it says here. You see, all of what I'm reading here, local government is regulated by the third level of government. This is because all exercise of power of government, especially that of legislature and executive, it was in the 1979 Constitution that local government were given a district character in Nigerian Constitution. Prior to that, local government reforms were undertaken by military government under the guidelines of the local government reforms of 1976. Can you see? I'm trying to give you a background. The meaning, there is no widely accepted definition of concept of local government. However, there exists some definition which would be looked at hereunder according to the United Nations. So you can see now, justification, all of this stuff, they can have all of these fine words. But as long as you see section 7.1, let me go and look at it, of the Constitution guarantees the establishment of democratically elected local governments. The establishment of structure and composition of finance and functions are promulgated upon by the State House of Assemblies. Note, however, that the minimum local government has been predetermined by Constitution of the first schedule. Now, so I'm just trying to get this right. Somebody's calling me. I'm not quite sure. 1 minute, please. Oh, sorry. Oh, 1 second, please. Hello, I'm on a live broadcast too. Hello? Okay, thanks. Okay, bye. So, now, I'm just trying to work out. I'm not quite sure what anyway. So, beg your pardon. So, I'm just trying to just make things make sense. 1 second, please. So done. So now, what I'm trying to do is to basically show you. They say they are, under the state. All of this basically they're saying that the structure and composition of finance and functions are to be promulgated into law upon the State House of Assembly. Note, however, that the minimum local governments have been determined by Constitution in the first schedule. So all they are saying that the first schedule says that there has to be minimum of 776 local government areas. That's it. That's what it says in the schedule. Let's go and look at it. Let me show you what I mean. Because a lot of people don't understand this stuff. Let me see if I can find it for you. 776 local government areas. I think it says at the beginning of the broadcast of the thing. See, it says here, there shall be in the first schedule. You see, That's the fourth schedule. This is the fourth schedule. You see? This is the fourth schedule. Now, it says here, so I'm going to show you 774, but it's, minimum. So it has to be a minimum. But now it's 774. So that means that they've added 6 more local government areas. And that is all it is. So when you see all this fine print, it means nothing. Because the Constitution means it has not given them explicit powers in which, that they've not given them. Yeah, I'll skip it for now, man, because I just want to make it work. I can't hold everything else. So the reason I'm saying all of this, so that it makes it clear, the reason I'm saying all of this, so that we are very, very clear, is that the Constitution is written in such a way that the foundation, the local government is meant to be the foundation of a nation. The local government, that is the roots, the grassroots. They've been stripped of any power or any accountability, which means that the local government people, they have nowhere to go. When they go to the states will say, oh, we'll do something, and they will never do anything. So when you're voting, that's the question you should be asking. Why is there no constitutional powers? That's the question you should be asking. But nobody will ask that question. And that is the sad reality of where we are right now. So I'm saying all of this not to be what's the word? Difficult, or or just to just make comments. But the reality is that those who are going to vote, let me see if you can find it. Those who are going to vote on the dates that you see there, your vote is going to be meaningless. Your vote will be rendered meaningless after the elections. It will be, because those who you think are going to be there to help you, they are there to line their pockets. They are there to line their pockets with your money. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Another thing I want you to bear in mind, they have all been promising to fix infrastructure. I'm talking in terms of water, light, road, schools, bridges, healthcare, safety, security. But they have never fixed it. Do you know why? It's because there is no accountability at the local government council level. There is no constitutional powers. Please read. I will continue to speak this for as long as I can. All it talks about, 768 local government areas, 774 now. That's all it talks about in the Constitution. Then it goes down. Then it tells you that the state government are responsible. They will make provisions for statutory allocation of public revenue to local government councils within the state. There's nothing about the breakdown, the actual breakdown that you need for local government to be effective. So please tell me, anybody can call in. You can call in if you disagree with what I'm saying and you think the local government is effective in Nigeria. Please call in, +44 7399 580 Call in. Tell me, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this is an opportunity to learn. Maybe if you are an Obi fan, Peter Obi fan, please send this to Peter Obi. Send this to people around them. If you are a Miloko, send it to them. If you are Atiku, send it to them. Let them call in and we can pose this question about the local government and they can tell us themselves. They can tell us themselves if what we are saying is nonsense. Because I am showing you on the screen, with 25 days to go before the election, the local government areas have zero autonomy, which means that nothing they do, nobody can hold them to account. After the elections, if the local government area do not fix your roads, there is nobody you can go and take to court. Let me say that again. If the local government council do not fix your roads, there is nobody that you can take to court. Nobody. Zero. You cannot take anybody to court. You can't. But the people who are telling you to vote now, they know that. The only provision that this constitution makes for you is that you are allowed to vote. That is it. Let me show you. Now, let me read it to you. The system of local government by democratically elected government councils is under the Constitution guaranteed. That means nothing. Accordingly, the government of every state shall, subject to section 8 of this Constitution, ensure the existence under law which provides for the establishment of structure, composition, finance, and functions of such councils. That means that they are not independent. There is no autonomy. They are dependent on what the state government says. So if the state government doesn't set them up, nothing will happen. And there is no consequence, no actions for the failure of the state government to provide this. There's nowhere in here that states that the state government will face a penalty for failing to ensure the smooth running of a local government. There's no laws. There is no laws. People can come and quote me, get your best lawyers out, let's discuss it. So when you're going to vote in elections, of what use is your elections? The local government areas will not have any powers. Now let's show you what I mean again. The person authorized by law to prescribe the area over which a local government may exercise authority shall define such area clearly and as practicable. Ensure the extent to which it may be reasonably justifiable that in defining such area is paid to the common interest of the community in the area, traditional association of the community, and administrative convenience. All of this is just waffle. There is no actual powers. It shall be the duty of a local government council within the state to participate in economic planning, development of the area, referred to in subsection 2 of this section, and to this end, economic planning board shall be established by a law enacted by the House of Assembly of the state. Now, so they have left the creation again to leave it to the hands of the state. The local government should have its own direct powers. The local government should have its own direct powers, that people can know who you are going to actually hold to account, because the Constitution would have stated it. It doesn't state it. It just says that, this section to this end shall be established by law enacted by the House of Assembly of the state. So this is not uniform. Some states may do it, some states may not. That means that local government areas will not develop because it is not within the Constitution for them to do so. And that's the foundation of a nation. If you are not ensuring that there are clear rules and responsibility and accountability for the foundation of a nation, then don't be surprised that the nation is not going to develop. It's not going to develop. That's why we're having no development. And this, I'm giving you clear proof of why this constitution is a fraud. Let's listen on. The government of a state shall ensure that every person who is entitled to vote, you know, I was talking about that, to vote or be voted for at an election to a House of Assembly, shall have the right to vote and be voted for at an election to a local council. That's all they want. That's their responsibility. There's no accountability to you, the people. Within this section, there should have been a section that the local government shall be accountable to the people, and the system, there should be a mechanism for that to happen. But it isn't there. And that is what we're saying, in that this constitution is a fraud. It's a fraud. My people, this constitution is a fraud. Please share. I'm urging you all. As you're watching this, you're watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We are here discussing the recent issue, the what you call your leaders, your so-called leaders, your so-called leaders. They are not. They don't have the powers. The so-called leaders of local government council, they cannot demand for a budget to come to them, because the constitution does not guarantee them that right. They only wait for the crumbs or the maybe from the local government council. There is no autonomy for them. They cannot do, if the state government decide they mustn't do something, they have no powers of their own to say within the law we're allowed to do X, Y, and Z. So when you're voting, what's your vote? Your vote means nothing. Your vote means zero, absolutely zero, when it is such a way that the people who the people who you elect, they have no responsibility to the local people. They have no accountability to the local people. only to the people who give them the money, the states. That's the reality of what we're saying. But many people don't like to listen to or consider the facts of what we're saying. I'm showing you the only responsibility that the local government has, the state government has to you, if you're in the local government area, is to ensure that you vote. That is it. They don't owe you any responsibility to make sure that your roads are fixed, your lights up. None of that. None of it. Look at it. I'm showing you. So when we are saying, oh, there's a constitution, we have a right, you have vote. That is, the vote is all they're doing. And until we all take this on in a very, very frank and honest manner and dispassionate manner and really understand what has been done here, we are not going anywhere. We're not going what? We're not going anywhere. We're just not going anywhere. So I'm just here to really enlighten us as much as I can, to try and talk about, wake us up, because what is going on now is terrible. You are going to go and vote in elections. I'm telling you, I don't care whatever party you vote for. You can vote for Labour Party. You can vote for APC. You can vote for PDP. You can vote for ABGA. Whatever party, the same condition applies. At the local level, there is no constitutional powers that will be conferred to the local councillors for any of those parties. There is no constitutional powers, and there is no accountability to you, the people. So what is of what use is your vote? Of what use is your vote when at the local level there is nothing that you can use to hold these people to account to you? There's nothing. And this is the reality of what we're saying. Just to recap, there is barely exactly 25 days, and you have no local autonomy for your local government areas, which means that the money that comes to the local government sits with the government, with the governors. That means that they can sit on the money, they can waste it, they can spend it on wives and on holidays, and nobody within the constitution, they can't be held to account. But you're telling us to believe in that fraudulent constitution. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. And that is why they're trying to buttress and continue with that fraud by doing this nonsense here to extend. By the way, does anybody, where is 31st of June in the calendar? Let me show you what I mean. Just go back and for those of you who are here before, look at that. What do you call it? The Senate and the joint National Assembly, they decided to pass a law to extend the CBN deadline. They decided to extend it from the 31st of to the 31st of June 2023. But there's only one problem, only one small problem, one tiny problem. There's only 30 days in June. So what does that mean? And these are the people who are supposed to be your leaders. So when we talk about that, the governance, this is clear evidence of lack of dereliction of duty, lack of care for the people. They just pass, oh, we are doing something. They don't know what they're doing. Half of them don't know what they're doing in there. And they are just there as long as they're collecting money. The rest, they couldn't care less. So we want you all to really, really understand that, what is going on now is truly, truly unjust. It is unacceptable, and we have to really begin to make sure that our people understand that we're being played. The game is being played here, and until we confront that game collectively, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change, and I'm here to really enlighten us to look at what they said here. I mean, they extended by 5 months now. 5 months to June. So let's go here now. Let me show you the joke of what they said, so you can see that these guys do not care. They don't have your interest at heart. If you think they do, you are very much mistaken. Listen.
31st January to 31st June 2023.
The majority of our people live in rural areas where there are no banks and there are no even POS. So it is appropriate to extend the time as suggested in the motion.
From 31st January to June 31st, 2023. Say aye. Those against any, the ayes have it.
That's all. Rubber stamp. They are rubber stamp Senate, rubber stamp House of Assembly. And this is what you are telling. These same people will tell you voted in elections. Elections, those elections are meaningless. These people, they don't even have, they can't even count the dates correctly. Look at that. 30 days. Let me see if I can show you. Sorry. I'll make it smaller. You may not be able to see it. I'm going to show you. Sorry. Look at that. So, there's only 30 days. There's only 30 days. There's only 30 days in June. Only 30 days. But they're telling you 31st. They're extending to the 31st of June. There's only 30 days in June. So these are the key things we're talking about. With 25 days to go, do you think? So do you? I'm giving you clear evidence now. With 25 days, exactly 25 days for an election, your local government areas, they have no powers. If you are looking for them to build roads for you, to fix your road, to fix your water, to fix your light, to fix your schools, to fix your healthcare, to fix your bridges, it will not happen. It will not happen. So I'm here to really urge us, appeal to all of us. And I think this is a drive that I'll probably be doing. If I have to do it daily, then I will do it. I will do it daily. I will do it daily. Because what is going on right now is beyond words. It is truly beyond. This is beyond words. I mean, this is like, I don't even know where to start, with this, with what is apparent now. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. The shocking, reality is that when people are telling you, oh yeah, we'll work. Yes, everything. This is what we are facing. They're telling you to vote in elections. I'm telling you, on the 25th of February, people are going to vote. And on the 26th or 27th, when they announce your local government areas, all of this will not change. These laws will not change. This document is not going to change suddenly, and then suddenly they will be able to fix your roads. They will not, because they will say, oh, we haven't got the laws, our money. Then they will tell you themselves, oh, we are waiting for the state government. And the thing is that because there is no mandatory constitutional responsibility put upon the local government councillors or local government authority, they can take the money and they can use it as they please, and there's nothing you can do about it by taking them to court. You can't, because there's no provision for that within the constitution. That is a fatal flaw in this constitution, and that is why we have not got any land, road, water. No, I mean, that's why there's no infrastructure. That's the reality. So I am urging us all, please, as you're coming in, take the minute to subscribe to Citizen AY. Click subscription, give us a like, hit notification button, and share the broadcast, because we are asking a pertinent question today. Firstly, CBN says to extend they extend it by a week or something. They said no, they want to extend it by 5 months, but this time, instead of saying the 30th of June, they said 31st of June. But there's only 30 days in June. So that shows you those kind of details do matter. Because if they're going to be honorables talking to us, they should know the number of days in the so-called calendar. This is, my people, we need to wake up. And I'm showing you that the election that is 25 days away, 25 days, 13 hours and 21 minutes and 90 seconds away, is a fraud. Another thing I want you to bear in mind, INEC considers everything from the north all the way to the middle belt. They consider it north. In fact, they call it a geopolitical zone. Northeast, northwest, north central. And then they put the south. And the whole of the south is 45 million. The whole of the north, with and including the middle belt, 51 million. And you're thinking that election is going to be fair. That election is rigged. I am almost certain I can almost tell you that it's between Atiku and Emiloko. Everybody else, Peter Obi, he's not going to win because they cannot control Peter Obi. They can't. And that's what this shock. Again, I'm asking those of you who are telling us to vote, who are saying to vote Peter Obi and all of that stuff, what will you do the day after the elections? No matter whatever prayers. You know, let me tell you something. I want you guys to know something. The people who encourage you to follow this constitution, they are the ones who will provide the solution. And the solution to provide, guess what? It only solves their problem, not yours. No. It only solves their problem. Their problem is to make sure they make it look like it's a democracy to you and for you to buy it. Whether or not you are enjoying the benefits or dividends of democracy, they're not interested. It's for you to accept that they've done their part. And that is what we're all suffering from. And that is why I'm telling you that what is happening to us now is an injustice. Please share this broadcast. Share it to as many people as you can. We're trying to reach as many people, you know, and wake up our people. 25 days before the election, and people seem to think that, oh, this is going to work. Oh, it's fine. No, it's not fine. It is not fine at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. It is not acceptable. We are in bondage. We are in bondage. We are in bondage. And I'm going to, yeah. In fact, I'm going to do this now. So, yeah. So I want you all to begin to look at things and begin to understand that we are in a situation where we cannot continue to accept the injustice, you know, of what is being done here, you know, and this injustice has gone on for so long that we cannot continue in the face of this injustice and believe that, oh, somebody somewhere will help us. We need to address the fundamental issues. The fundamental issue, the critical issue, is the failure, the fraudulent 1999 constitution that's been imposed on you and I. And I'm here to tell you that on the 26th of February, many of you are going to wake up with a huge hangover. You're going to wake up with a huge hangover. And that hangover, you will realize, oh, shoot, Citizen AY and others have been warning us. You can vote for whoever you want. I'm not going to stop you. But the question I'm asking you, is that if you vote, are you sure that your voting will make a difference? Are you sure that your voting will mean now that, oh, yes, they remember me, I can go and speak to the local government authority and fix my road. Look at the roads across the 774 local government authorities. Houses are half built. There is no clean water, running water system. There is no hospital. There's no coordinated plan. There's no coordinated safety awareness across the communities. There is the schools for the kids. And when something goes wrong, there is no law somewhere that you can quote that ties to the constitution that you can use to hold people to account. Nothing. There is no local autonomy. The budget of each of the local government stays with the state. That means they can do as they please. And we wonder why there's no infrastructure in the local government areas. That's the fundamental issue. And that's the fundamental flaw in the 1999 constitution. And until we all look at this critically, we all need to look at this absolutely critically with a fresh pair of eyes and really be very, very truthful. Let us be truthful to ourselves. They've kidded us long enough. And I don't know how else to actually explain this, to actually put this. But for so long, we have believed in the lies that we've been fed, that we've not questioned what's been put before us. And we must. We must put this, question everything that's been put before us. And I'm telling you, 21 days to the election, 21 days to the election, 25 days to the election. And the local government area issue is not going to be resolved. It's not going to be resolved. It's not going to be solved. So your voting will be countless. It's going to be meaningless. When you vote, you cannot hold anybody to account because there is no mandate within the 1999 Constitution that you can point to that says the local government area is responsible for X, Y, and Z. They must fix it, that they're having this small budget, that you could take it to a court of law. You can't. And it's designed that way. So, please, let us have a real think about what is going on. I mean, the fact that they're going to the rubber stamp Senate and House of Reps, the fact that they suddenly go, oh, by the way, oh yes, we're going to extend this. It's a joke. It's a joke. This is a huge joke, and something that we should all be really sad about. We should all be really, really sad that what is going on is effectively we the people are being tricked yet again. Because they refuse to, they say they got the law, they're working for the people. But the Constitution is not giving the people what they need, which is infrastructure in the local government areas. The money is being put in the hands of state government, and the state government are refusing to hand the money to local government and to ensure that there's accountability. The only way that could happen is when the people directly could hold, via the Constitution, the local government authorities to account for where the funds went by law. But there's no law to give the people that opportunity. And that's why I'm saying that what we have here, the 26th of February 2023, that is going to be a huge hangover day. Yes, I say it. There will be a huge hangover. People with the realization that after your voting, you will still not be able to hold your local government authority to account for failure to provide you with water, light, road, schools, bridge. That's the reality. That's the reality. And I'm here to awaken us. Again, as I said, the only responsibility for the state government is to ensure that you are allowed to, you are afforded the opportunity to vote. The state government, that's only one responsibility to you in your local government. Of all, for your lack of road, for your lack of anything else, the only thing the state government is mandated to do for you is to ensure that you are able to vote. The government of a state shall ensure that every person who is entitled to vote or be voted for at an election to House of Assembly shall have the right to vote or be voted for at an election to a local government council. That is it. That's their only responsibility. There is no accountability for them to ensure that you have good roads, water, light, hospitals, schools, safety, security, facilities for, public facilities. That is why we're saying the 1999 Constitution is a fraud. It is a fraud. It is a fraud from of the high heavens. It's a fraud, unimaginable fraud, in fact. Unimaginable fraud. So I am here to appeal to those of you who are still under the belief that my vote will count under the current constitution. That's another thing I'd like to say. Under the current constitution of Nigeria, those local government areas, the 774 local government areas, your vote will count for zip. Your vote is just to vote for your honorable. You are only voting for them to be able to say the constitution, by constitution of law, that somebody has voted for me, so I am taking the seat on that basis. They are not giving you, you are only voting them in to collect money. You're not voting them in to hold them to account, because the provisions within this law do not provide for you to hold them to account. The Constitution is fatally flawed. Please, I urge you all, as you're coming in, if you're watching Citizen AY for the first time and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. We're going to go through this again. I just want to make sure. But before I do that, I'm going to play this song again, because I wanted to hear this song. There's another video I saw earlier on. Another thing, I'm going to show you a picture. There's a picture that I saw, but before I go ahead, let me do this again. So you can see now that it shall be the duty of local government within the state to participate in economic planning and development of the area referred to in subsection of this section. To this end, an economic planning board shall be established by law enacted by the House of Assembly of the state. The government of the state shall ensure that every person who is entitled to vote or be voted for at an election to the House of Assembly shall have the right to vote or be voted for at an election to a local council. The function of the conferred upon law by law upon the local government council shall include those set out in the 4th schedule to this constitution. Those set out in the 4th schedule. 6, subject to provision of the constitution, National Assembly shall make provisions of statutory allocation public revenue to local government in the federation. The House of Assembly of the state shall make provisions for statutory allocation of public revenue to local government councils within the state. That is it. Now, there is nothing you can see going forward that the local government that talks about the local government actually having having constitutional powers. There is nothing. That is it. That is it. Look, let me go and show you what I mean. It says here, an act of assembly for the purpose of boundary adjustment or any existing change shall be passed if they only mention local government councils in respect of the area is received by National Assembly. So the local government has no powers, and as it stands, those of you who are complaining in Lagos State, Oyo, Ogun, and other places all over that the roads are not being fixed, the Constitution is designed that way for it never to hold anybody to account. And they say they've passed a law. The law is meaningless. This is oh man. Look, they're talking about House of Assembly, local government council in respect of a request for a boundary adjustment. That's the boundary adjustment. It means nothing. There is no autonomy for local government. Let me get a video out if I can. Let me see if I can get another video out. Sorry. I'm trying to show you one or two things as I go along. If I can find, there's a picture that I wanted to see. And I want to talk about that picture because it actually is quite sad that we are even put in this situation. And I'm going to, that picture has led me to ask a number of questions. And I know nobody's going to give me the answer because, they don't have to answer me, I suppose, that kind of thing. They're not. Let me see if I can find that for you. 1 second, please. There's one thing I wanted to look at. Where is it now? It's gone. I thought I saw it just now. Okay, 1 second. I think I know where it is. I hope I've seen it. I saw it before. So they talked about, let me just go into brief as I'm talking to you. They talked about the fact that local government areas now, the Asiwaju Emilokon was meeting independent electoral observers from the UK. What does that tell you? How many times do we in Nigeria do we go and say, oh right, we are going to go and visit and see the election process in the UK? How many times have we been able to do that? This is nothing to do with us. And this is another thing we need to really get straight. This is nothing to do, it's not for our benefit. That is not, those who are watching over the elections, they want to ensure that the people they want to be elected are the ones that are elected, and they're not even from our country. If you're not, you should not be part of that process. So the fact that we are exposing ourselves, and this is the sad reality, it exposes deep-seated mental enslavement. And let me see that picture. I'm going to get that picture. I thought I had it here, and I'm so sorry I haven't got it right now. There's a picture of Emilokon standing with these people, posing, and it just shows the lack of how can I put it? It shows a lack of understanding of what is being, the game that's being played openly. You stand and pose with those who have actually enslaved your people, and they are now watching over what you are doing to make sure that you do exactly what they tell you to do. You see? Okay, I'm going to show you. Let me go back again. I'm going to see if I can find it. There's something I just saw just now. Look at this now. I'm going to send this to you. Let me show you again. So there's something I just saw just now as I was talking to you. And again, this is more evidence of what we're saying. Firstly, the fundamental issue. This is what I'm showing you is a huge alarm. Those of you who are talking about, I want, you know, I'm going to vote. I have a right to vote and everything else. You don't understand what has been done. You don't understand quite how bad what is coming. You don't understand it. And this happens every 4 years. It's like people have a sudden amnesia. It's like people suddenly develop an amnesia. And they are, you know, and they're telling you, oh, you know, this and that. Oh, no, we'll fix it. The constitution is fine. The constitution is not fine. Because in local government areas, there are some in virtually all the local government councils, the areas. I'm sure there are sections where there are half-finished houses where people are sleeping. Well, that's because that the money meant for ensuring that the building regulations are adhered to, the roads, the water, all of that money is being stolen by local government, by state government, with no accountability to anybody. According to the 1999 Constitution, the very Constitution that keep telling us to support. So we need to tear this Constitution out. We need a referendum. We need a referendum. Let me show you this video. I need to get this video to you quickly. So if I can do this now, and then you see it on air. Because sometimes talking about these things, I don't really, you know, it is so sad. It is so sad that I don't even know how to even begin to even word it. I don't even know how to even to begin wording it, to word quite how bad this is. That you have a constitution whereby the local council, the local government area has no responsibility to the people that is supposed to be serving. They don't have control of their own budget. You, the local people, cannot hold them to account by way of a constitution, a written statement, a written section of the constitution that can be used to hold the officials of that local government to account. And so of what use is your vote then? Of what use is your vote? They're telling you to vote. If you're going to vote, the ultimate benefit is for you to be able to vote for who you want in and to be able to hold him to account. But all they've done is they separated you from the voting from the responsibility. And you are left with responsibility, and that's impacting all our lives collectively today. Let me get this out to you now. I think it's here. Let me just check. Then I'll play it quickly, right quick. Here we go. Look at this. Let me do this. So watch it. So let me read this to you briefly about what this lady is basically doing here, so you can see what we mean. Let me read this to you briefly. It says here, INEC official should kindly come and to our rescue in hmmmm Primary School in Enugu East. Our PVC has been hijacked by this woman. She kept them somewhere, claiming our PVC is in the local government secretariat. To collect your PVC, you must pay 1,000 naira each, which she tagged as transport fare. Please, we need this video to get to the people concerned. SOS. That is what we're talking about. You don't know. This is just a tip of the iceberg. This is just a tip of the iceberg. We're telling you that your idea of saying I'm going to vote in an election, it's a waste of time at this point in time. It's a waste of time. It is a waste of your time and your effort. You are better off focusing. Good evening, Adeoshun Timothy, my brother. Please like the page, give us a thumbs up, like, love and share, comment, leave comments and subscribe. Hit notification button, give us a thumbs up. We want to share it to as many people as possible. So you can hear now. So I'm giving you the context of the story. So let's go back again. It says here, INEC official should kindly come to our rescue in hmmmm Primary School in Enugu East. Our PVC has been hijacked by this woman, the woman in red, obviously. She kept them somewhere, claiming our PVC is in the local government secretariat. To collect your PVC, you must pay 1,000 naira each, which she tagged as transport fare. Please, we need the video to get to the people concerned SOS. So I'm doing my bit here. You do your bit as well. Share this video. These are the kind of things that is proving to you that we're saying to you that INEC is the result is already fraudulent. They've decided who is going to be the leader, and you have no say. And this is what I'm saying. Let's watch it all anyway. We'll come back and talk about this again. Let's watch it.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. Bye. Let me go to local government. Please go. I will go. I will not go. Have a bad impression to the public. It's not good.
It's not good. If I'm using this place to open up this kind of thing cannot happen. It can never happen. It might say they are distributing it free of charge. Where is it? You are here. You are here. You don't want them to come with the bag.
How do you know?
You pay 1,000 to go to
You are doing your work.
You are doing your work.
Go to local government and collect it. Go to local government and collect it. Go to local government and collect it.
You cannot get out from here.
If you don't want to, go to local government and collect it, or use your leg.
You can come and put your get out from here. Get out.
Government cannot.
You will come here and
public holiday to come and collect it.
If I did, you can't fight me. You can't fight me. You can't fight me. You're on video. You can't fight me. You can't fight me. You can't collect. You can't be coming here to collect 1,000 for PVC. Why free? Come and do your work. Let me market you.
See, they export her now.
You connect people pay 1,000 to come and collect this thing. What kind of rubbish is that? Say you are fighting me. Fighting me for what? Can you fight me? He's collecting 1,000. They kept this thing. They're collecting 1,000. Collect 1,000. What kind of rubbish is that? You say you want to fight me. You can't fight me. Oh, if you know me, you cannot fight me.
See that?
If you know me, you cannot fight me.
You see? So I brought this to your attention to make us understand that what is really happening here it's terrible. So right now, somebody is sitting on PVC that belongs to people that should not be they should not touch it, you know, and they're telling you, oh, by the way, you have to pay £1,000 transport fare. For who? For what? I mean, I'm going to show you more videos. I'll show you more videos because sometimes doing this is quite sad. Let me show you another video. Again, we'll go back to the first video, but I wanted to show you this one quickly if I could find. There is a picture that I want you to see. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. There's a video. There's a picture, in fact, that I wanted you to see. But let's look at this one. And please
Good morning.
Please beware. I want you to beware when you see this one. It's very self-explanatory. Everything I'm showing you is showing you that Nigeria is a fraud. Let's watch this.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Please be very, very careful of this new note money.
That's the CBN,
There is fake people who are printing fake money. These are the fake money. Fake 1,000 naira note. These are the fake 1,000 naira note that are printing, giving people for the POS machine. So please and please be very, very careful. Observe very well. The original 1,000 naira have the Nigerian coat of arms. This fake 1,000 naira doesn't have anything on it. If you check at the back of the 1,000 naira, there is CBN, the root. But inside the main original one is written that CBN 1,000. But this one, they have write it on top of it, back of the 1,000 naira. This is fake note. Please take care of it. There is 500 naira, 1,000 naira, all sorts of note. This new money. So you should be very, very careful, POS operators. Bring that one that has spoiled. The spoiled one, that spoiled one that will suck inside the water. If you suck it inside water, it will be damaged. Instance, as you put it inside water, it will be damaged. It will melt. This is how it melts. This is how it will turn to. So be very, very careful. Open it. Open it. Let me see. Open it. Open it. This is one of the POS operator. They have given this fake money. That people should be very, very careful on this fake money. So they are out now to do people with this fake money. Please and please be careful. Immediately when you put it inside water, the money will melt. Please, if they give you, if you are not clear with it, put it inside water. Carry one of the notes, put it inside the water. The money will be melted. Thank you for understanding. Please share as much as you can if you come across of this video. Thank you very much. So, good morning, brothers and sisters. Please be very, very careful of this new note money. There is fake people who are printing fake money. These are the fake money. Fake 1,000 naira note. These are the fake 1,000 naira note that are printing, giving people for the POS machine. So please and please be very, very careful. Observe very well. The original 1,000 naira have the Nigerian coat of arms. This fake 1,000 naira doesn't have anything on it. If you check at the back of the 1,000 naira, there is CBN, the root. But inside the main original one is written that CBN 1,000. But this one, they have write it on top of it, back of the 1,000 naira. This is fake note. Please take care of it. There is 500 naira, 1,000 naira, all sorts of note. This new money. So you should be very, very careful, POS operators. Bring that one that has spoiled. The spoiled one. That spoiled one that will suck inside the water. If you suck it inside water, it will be damaged. Instance, as you put it inside water, it will be damaged. It will melt. This is how it melts. This is how it will turn to. So be very, very careful. Open it. Open it. Let me see. Open it. Open it. This is one of the POS operator. They have given this fake money. That people should be very, very careful on this fake money. So they are out now to do people with this fake money. Please and please be careful. Immediately when you put it inside water, the money will melt. Please, if they give you, if you are not clear with it, put it inside water. Carry one of the notes, put it inside the water. The money will be melted. Thank you for understanding. Please share as much as you can if you come across of this video. Thank you.
So I'm just going to give you a cross section. We're giving you a cross section of videos and things. But please keep in mind, we are only 25 days from a decision that's going to impact the lives of millions. And these people don't care. They do not care. They do not care. This man, they're queuing and standing. Again, I go back to the point. Why? Of what use? Of what use is us, continuing to work to vote in an election where the very people that we're supposed to vote for, we cannot hold accountable. We cannot hold the local government authorities accountable. So when you are voting, what is the use of your vote? The reason I'm saying all of this, we've said a lot of things about different things, but this is a pure fact. 25 days, 12 hours, 52 minutes and 10 seconds, counting, is what they're going to, how long we have left before that fraudulent elections. And INEC is definitely not independent. INEC is not independent. We need to bear that in mind. We need our people to really see that this, what is going on here is terribly, terribly unfair, unjust, and we need to work together collectively to address this issue. What is going on is simply unacceptable. To have people telling us to go and vote in elections. Oh yes, go and vote. Oh yes, this is this is what we need to do. It's crazy. You must vote in that election. It is your right. You can vote. But what about the responsibility of those in government to you? Have you thought about that? The responsibility is to provide infrastructure, but they never do. Every 4 years, you're suffering from the same lies that they told to generations of us. It's time we do something different. It really is time we do something different. So let me play this track whilst we are listening. Listen to this track again. to ask us how long are we going to be suffer. Listen, let's listen.
My people, I throw it a low. Hey, hey. Maybe not here. How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? My people, we don't tire inside Nigeria. Now slave camp we dey oh. Now so my people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. Now slave camp oh. The time done knock where we suppose stand up for our rights oh. Stand up for our rights oh. The time done knock where we suppose stand up oh. For our rights oh. For self-determination. How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man. Now he put that yeah constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Now military man come tell you na say una get constitution. No be lie. Na lie, yo. Na fake, na fraud, oh. That yeah constitution. Now him then they claim close to na eye, yo. Make una wake up. Make una wake up, oh. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? My people, I want make una know say oh, self-determination oh, na your right oh, confirm. My people, I want make una know say oh, self-determination na your right oh, confirm. You must fight for your right. You must stand for your right. You must get up, stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city, any inside country where you dey oh. Atiku, Emilokan, or Peter Obi no be the solution. Na the solution, na it be the solution. Make una wake up, make una wake up. Time down knock, bagam. Be Yoruba man, you be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination na your right you. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go this suffer? Yoruba land na your land yo. Middle belt na your land yo. Hausa land na your land yo. Biafra land na your land yo. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria. La 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 oh.
Yes, my people. Yes, so thanks for watching. Please, you can of course get the tune on iTunes or Spotify. Just go on iTunes and Spotify. You type in how long will I go this offer. It will literally come up for you. You can download it and share it with family and friends. The question remains: how long will I go this offer? Let me show you another video that is that is worth us looking at. Let me show you this video. Sorry about that. Let me just go there.